got on the jewelry.
You don't need all that.
I'm gonna fuck you up. Yo, it's the MalloryBrosPodcast, episode 128. Happy belated, happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Yep.
So happy belated Thanksgiving, I should have said.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Black Friday. I want to start this podcast giving a big shout out to everybody working retail, food industry, service, or anything. You might be on your way to work. This podcast is going to drop early in that morning. You might be listening to the beginning of this on your way to a shift.
Through a shift.
Through a shift, man. Yeah, This is my second, just speaking for myself, this is my second holiday not working. Only the second.
Yeah.
And my palms still, I'm telling Terrance, my palms still get sweaty thinking about all of the shit that went into Hell Week. And so, shout out to everybody because I know it's going to be hell. All I'm going to say is make sure y'all drink some motherfucking water. I used to preach to my employees, stay motherfucking hydrated because I will never forget when I almost passed the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know what? I never told that story. I'll
Yet.
tell it, but you go ahead.
Y'all know me. Remember who you are. You might be hustling, but like, it really ain't. You're like, I remember when I used to work Black Friday, it used to be, wow, this is our first podcast dropping on Black Friday. No, it ain't. But it's just dope that this is dropping on Black Friday. But I remember I used to just feel like I was a robot in that joint. Like, damn, they looking at me like a robot. I say, remember who you are. Get that bag. I know y'all probably getting time and a half Black Friday. It's time and a half day.
Well,
right?
most people get like a, Well, most people do. Well, some places do. And you get that paid holiday on Thursday.
Nah, 100. Hey, look, this is where you turn up. Fuck that.
Yeah.
You got to work, but low key, for my people that's really in it, trying to grind, you know what I'm saying?
It's pride.
People who got their businesses online. I know you seen a bunch of the influencers popping this weekend. Like, yo, that Black Friday sale up. Go get this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I felt like that's dope. And you know what? This is the last thing I'm going to say. Hustle, 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 hard.
Yes, sir.
You know it.
Dog, when I was about to pass, I'll never forget. The reason why I say that is a real quick story.
Oh, you got
I
it.
was helping this dude buy two 75-inch TVs, right?
Yeah.
And this is back in I will never forget. It was 2014 Black Friday. It was my first real Black Friday. Yeah. I was not drinking any water. I was literally just hustling. I was number one. I was on the top salesman. Shout out to my boy Don Sale. We was both in that joint hustling. But I will never forget. I had sold this dude 2 TVs. And then somebody else came to me right after that and was like, yo, I'm trying to buy the Sony jump. Matter of fact, I was stacking customers for the whole week. Like, yo, come back Friday and I got you. Come back Thursday night and I got you. Like, I was showing people shit. They'd be like, all right, bet I'm going to come back. All right, bet.
Nothing better than that.
Dude came back and was like, the Sonys. I'm like, bet, let's do it right here. I would never forget. I was at the front over by the Geek Squad joint. The dude was talking to me, right? I'm looking at the computer, and for some reason, I just started feeling like I was on a motherfucking boat.
Like he was rocking.
And he was talking, and then all of a sudden, his volume just went down. And I couldn't hear anything, but I could see his mouth moving. You know what he was saying? Look.
You good?
I could tell he was like, you good? And I had to sit down for a minute, and I will never forget. I was like, damn, that's the closest I've ever been to just passing the fuck out. Ever since then, I'm the number one. Hey, you need water? Hey, you drink water? So,
fuck that shit, man. If you working Black
fuck
Friday,
that shit. Drink water.
But I'm saying, fuck putting yourself through that.
Oh yeah.
If you working Black Friday, this your last Friday. That's how I was looking at it. Every Friday. Wasn't that Terrell?
Terrance, but that's
this
not
my last one.
That's not the case for everybody.
It ain't the case for everybody, but it should be.
Fuck that. What they gonna do?
What if you
start a podcast?
What if you would have passed out, seized up, and then your bottom half of your body stopped working? Your wheelchair.
It was 2014. I was 20. I was 20. What? A fresh 21. Nigga, we had to work.
This nigga risking his life and body for
Terrance,
Best Buy. They gonna his nigga fall out. They gonna wheel him up. We can help you right here. Best Buy rewards number. But yeah, last week podcast was definitely Wakanda Forever based, Grammy based. And me and Terrell fucked with that because it was a good conversation, but also We didn't want the whole podcast to be, or we didn't want to continue that. We want to kind of get back to the shits.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So.
Nah, yeah. That last week was funny as shit because I got so many messages from people.
You look tired as shit.
I do? Like my eyes red?
The way you acting.
My eyes red?
Nah, just the way you acting.
Fuck y'all, is this nigga talking about?
They gonna look. Everybody watching the visual pod, back 30 seconds. Niggas acting weird. Ain't he acting a little sluggish?
I actually am a little tired. How about that, Terrance? Is that a crime?
Nah, but you can tell. I'm letting you know.
Well, I'm good. I'm straight.
This nigga acting like he's selling 275 TVs. You good? You good?
No, I'm straight. I got my water and everything.
I'm good.
This nigga's dressed like Jesus Shuttlesworth.
And what are you dressed like?
That's the first thing I thought about. You dress like a nigga that you dress like a nigga that you look like you sell Scullies, do-rags and stuff on a table at the market. And you sell them jerseys.
You look Easter ready, boy. You look like you was trying to be down with Easter, but you were still trying to be fresh. I actually like the sweater though. It's
comfortable in my skin, cozy.
Yeah, you do look like
cozy.
You look like you work at Cozy. Shout out Kobe Bryant, R.I.P. The Kobe Bryant Lower Marion jersey. I got this from Amazon.
You could have steamed the joint. This motherfucker up this joint with the wrinkle joint.
Fuck it.
The joint fresh out the plastic.
Do you iron a jersey? I guess you could, yeah.
You could steam it. You steam it so that it don't look like
you ain't say nothing and wait until the camera start rolling, nigga.
Because I knew this nigga was going to sit up here
Damn, they want to see my downfall. They want to see me fail. You waiting on me to fail.
Everybody.
But y'all, I got this from Amazon for like $19.99. Come on, dog. It's cheap.
That's respect. Telling
100. 100.
You mean to tell me that's not
the authentic Mitchell and Ness?
Yeah, that's what Gary said. They Mitchell and Ness.
Nope, it is not.
And you know what? Oh, you know what? Happy belated Thanksgiving. I hope everybody. Hopefully, by now have seen some dope plates.
Nah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, y'all got to spend some time with family. I mean, the last couple years have been like super COVID heavy.
Yep.
And last year was like we was out, but motherfuckers was still masked up. This year, you still got people that are taking precaution, but it's just a little bit more. Well, it was a little bit more flexible. So
yep. Hopefully, y'all bellies are full. You got your favorite meals. Hopefully, you spend some time with the fam. Hopefully, y'all, you know what I'm saying, had some good desserts. Sweet potato pie, apple pie, cakes. Man,
I want some motherfucking cake. I want some birthday cake though. I don't want no regular cake. I want a birthday cake, buttercream. Give me that in peace.
I'm trying to figure out how I'm about to do this. I'm trying to make sure I'm eating for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And we recording this on Wednesday, so.
Yeah. So this is the day before Thanksgiving. I miss living with my mother. I used to smell the food cooking. I miss that. I miss Thanksgiving being at the crib. It's
she
nothing
getting
like
ready to cook right now. Right when we was getting ready to leave out that job.
I'm about to make shit.
And let me tell you something. This is the secret. Don't load up that first plate.
Nah.
People load that first plate to hell, but you know what? It depends on what the food looking like. Because if you gonna run out, then you
definitely gotta load up that first plate. You tripping?
You don't load the plate to hell.
I feel guilty getting seconds though.
It's Thanksgiving.
It is, but I feel guilty getting seconds. If I don't load my plate up, look, I don't want to get seconds and I got another fat ass plate. I mean, yeah, but then again, nah. I want that big clutch plate, and then if I go back, I'm just hitting the little joints that I want.
Okay, yeah. You know how they talk about stuff being awkward, like things that are just awkward for no reason?
Yeah, like nobody would even judge
back from bowling, shit like that.
Yeah.
Fixing your plate for a lot of people is probably awkward, like especially if you're at like a family member's house. For me,
I'm off of that.
Who where the food at? All right, bet.
Nah, yeah. Remember we went to the baby shower. I said, Terrell, let's eat.
Uh-huh.
How y'all doing?
What's going on with y'all?
Yep. We not nervous at all.
Anything to get the chicken out?
Because I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. People want you to eat their food.
Nah, yeah.
People feel worse that you're not eating. Ain't nobody going to eat the...
Right.
And you know that if you have cooked before. You spend all that time seasoning, frying, greasing.
He talking about the chicken he made.
Ain't nobody touching it.
But that chicken was good.
Remember I made that fried fish for my party? Ain't nobody even eat that shit. Couple people. I didn't do all of this leg work for y'all three niggas.
I'm out here burning up in this heat with the grease hot.
Ridiculous. But there was a TikTok that was going viral on Twitter. And it was going... Not Twitter. I always fuck it up.
On TikTok.
It was a TikTok that was going viral on TikTok. Of course. Fucking TikTok. But it was about roasting and if it leads to insecurities with men. Me and Terrell roast every podcast almost. So I felt like this is a good topic for us to talk about because we definitely also grew up in an environment where roasting was the norm.
All right,
so
here
we
we go.
Roast culture or middle school culture. I feel like middle school culture is the biggest cause of anxiety in America, bruh. And just talking about men, we always, as boys, we was always going on each other, right? When we was young, we was always going on each other, always cracking jokes, right? So say you at the lunch table, you with your men, he point out, say I got an acne breakout. My man point that out. Now he pointed out an insecurity, cracked a joke. It was actually funny. Now everybody at the table is laughing. Now I'm insecure and I'm embarrassed. But I'm a man. I'm a boy. All right. I'm a nigga. All right. So I'm not just finna let this nigga think that he just bitched me, that I'm in my feelings over a joke. I'm gonna just retaliate with another joke. And you see how the cycle continues. Because you don't want to look like you can't take a joke, all you do is retaliate with another joke. But when you leave that table and you go home, you thinking about what he said like, damn, bro, is my acne really? Do I really have a pizza face? You really start questioning yourself based off of a joke from your mans. And the only thing that made him crack that joke on you is because he's insecure in himself. The only thing that made you retaliate was because you're insecure in yourself. It takes so much mental fortitude to actually not be a victim of this. Niggas watching this are gonna brush this off and think they not a victim. No, I promise you, 98% of niggas are victims of this. Like,
All right, bet. We're not going. You basically get the gist of it.
Yeah, I want to give context before you go because I'm gonna let you go first.
Okay.
Dude had a bunch of mixed comments in his comment section. He had people who was calling him sweet. He had people who was calling him, you know what I'm saying, brave for even talking about this. And yo, you shed some light on some true shit. Yeah. And it was really 50-50. Like you really had a bunch of people saying, nah, you just sweet for it. Nah, you acting like a bitch. Then you had other people who said that they could relate to what he was talking to. So that caused a very big argument and a big split down the middle for what people think. I'm going to let you go first.
Yeah, I think it poses a great question. I want to shout this brother out. His name is Jokestar on TikTok. His name is Jokestar, 2 R's. Shout out to this brother. He is from the DMV. How do I know? Because if you look at the TikTok, he said, my man started going on me, right? He didn't say jawing, cracking. He said he started going on me. And then when he was talking about the dude, he was talking, later in the TikTok, he was talking about his mans. He was like, my man seen a girl and he was about to go smack. I'm like, oh, my man, he from
Why
out
you
here.
ain't let us hear that?
Because I didn't want to play the whole TikTok. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't want to pay extra 20 seconds, I guess.
Yeah. But, because you get the gist of it. But, shout out to this brother. He's a hometown native, so shout out to him.
100.
I want to make sure we gave him some, whatever. But, it poses a good question about roasting, leading, and insecurities. Now, y'all know how I am versus Terrance. Terrance has always been the...
Let me speak for myself.
Okay.
You go ahead and do you.
I'm going to say he's telling nothing but the truth. It's kind of like one of those hard truths, though. It's like people might not want to hear it, or you could try and say he's whatever. I don't think he's being sweet at all. I think he's telling a hard truth that I don't think anything's going to change, but he's 100% telling the truth. And I'm somebody that probably roasts more than anybody, but we roast each other too, but
nothing you say makes me insecure. Nothing.
True, but you're hardened. You had to be there. You grew up in Prince George's County public school.
Yeah.
You remember what it was like getting roasted before and what those insecurities were before.
Yeah.
You had to learn, and as you got older, you said, fuck it. I'm going to just embrace it.
You're right.
And so it is true, and it does manifest itself into insecurities in men. But I want to know what you think, because I agree with bruh. I don't know.
The question being, does roasting lead to insecurities with men? I say 100%. I agree.
Asterisk.
Not even asterisk. I agree. Only because you're gonna with puberty breeds insecurities, period. Everybody's growing up. It's almost like if plants grew up next to each other plants would see, damn, you got like more leaves than me. We could all be the same plant. But would they? Or would they just grow?
Because it would take another plant to be like, oh, this motherfucker ain't got no leaves. That's something. That's what will create.
I'm just talking about like puberty, like the fact that you're growing and we all grow at a different rate is what I'm talking about. Because whether anybody says anything or not, you can see when bruh has a full beard and you're like, damn, I'm still waiting on my first chin hair to come in. Mm-hmm. You're like, damn, he's lucky. He has a dope beard. Or this dude got some weight on him or whatever.
Yep.
So I think you're already going to be insecure. The fact that people will bring it up 100% turns that up like tenfold. Like the people who might have been overweight when they was young. Shout out to the people who were overweight when they were young and then managed to lose that weight as they got older. That glow up was crazy. Yeah. Shout out to y'all.
Shout out to y'all.
Stayed
down.
They stayed down and had to face the fat jokes. The people who were skinny as shit, people tell you skinny, you need to eat, especially girls. Girls telling you need to eat. I could break you. Do you eat? Even y'all grandmothers and mothers. Do you even eat? Yo, that's crazy. It's my man mother. Anyway, I do feel like growing, you're going to have insecurities. I think roasting leads to insecurities in men, but it also can lead to tough skin. Like Terrell said, we grew up in PG County, Maryland, so roasting was just like almost like the culture that we grew up with. And I think if it's not that you needed to roast, more so than you needed to just be able to brush that shit off. Whatever. Yeah. Like I told Terrell, I don't know if we talked about this last pod or on a pod before, but you could get cooked by some older people, older dudes in school, and there's really nothing you can do for real. Whether you wasn't witty with it, you could get in a circle where they only think that his jokes are funny. And you might say something about him and they don't even care. But when he said the most randomest thing about you, I do think that type of environment will give you tough skin. Think about the fat boy. After a while, you call the fat boy fat, he doesn't give a fuck. Who cares?
But yes, he does.
You saying he goes home and he has to sit with that at home.
It's like what bruh said in the TikTok, like it turns into defense, but you still carry the criticism and it turns into insecurity. Like he said, I don't want to be a bitch or I don't want to be made to look like a bitch, so I'm just going to shoot a joke back at you. But the only reason is because I'm insecure. And the only reason you doing that is because you're insecure. Ugly niggas in school used to joan the best. Remember? Like, even if they were older, like, they're so used to getting cut up that they became great at it. Remember Mike? Mike? Mike was fat our whole childhood. Looks great now. But
Mike looks great now.
He got to the point where he could cut you up so bad.
People will only say that he was fat.
The fat jokes were like cool, but it's like, unless you come up with some creative shit, I've heard it all. And so, but I'm witty. Me and Terrance have been bony our whole life, big head our whole life. And so it was so easy to do the double mint, twin, Twix, sticks, you bony,
head
probably weigh this, soaking wet, head look like a... There's nothing, my bad. There's nothing you can say now. And honestly, a nigga can still cut me up. It was somebody, when you had on that brown button-up shirt, they said you look like you was a UPS. You look like a driver? Off-duty UPS driver. Something like
100,
that.
100.
That shit was hilarious. But it's more funny now than back then. Shit definitely used to hit me. I definitely used to be insecure about a bunch of shit, and I'm kind of hardened to it now.
Yeah.
But I think,
the question I have for you is, do you think that is a good thing? Do you think that it's something that should, even though it does lead to insecurities, is it a negative or a positive?
I think ahead.
I mean, it gives you a certain sense of self-awareness.
I mean, it does, but it's traumatic self-awareness. It's almost like the person that can fight well because he's had to defend himself his whole life.
Okay. Yeah.
There's still trauma behind it. Because we see how that's manifested itself into how we live our lives as adults. Think about it. When you were young, or when you don't have no money, and the nigga say, look at this, he got on this busted ass shoes, or look, these niggas still wearing whatever. Y'all still wearing Levi's, y'all still wearing these, oh, we used to wear them. Think about what Drizzy did. For your birthday, your boyfriend got you a party bus. We used to do that shit, we was coming up. Think about it. Like, that type of roasting, when it comes to not even really how you look, but like what you have, that kind of fucked a lot of us up because when we got money, first thing we did was invest in those insecurities. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Niggas say I ain't got no shoes, but now I got some money, so I'm about to go buy shoes.
Yeah.
Or I'm driving a beat ass. Like, literally before we started this podcast, I saw this tweet where this girl was like, how y'all 18 plus without a car? And it was people like, well, not everybody has parents that can help them get a car early. But you see how that manifests insecurity?
Yeah.
And people look at insecurity as a fucked up thing. It's not. It's like a real thing. People have insecurities.
That's 100%. And you definitely made some good points with that. But I think that there's a sweet side of it, though. I think when people are pointing out your insecurities, then you will go work to fix them or accept them. And like people saying that I had a big head my whole life. When now I just know I have a big ass. I just have a big head. It's just what it is. And I moved past that now. Now it doesn't shake me. I got to a point where I didn't go home like my fucking head so big. I did not go home ever like that. Like I was just like, damn, I just gotta accept that. Oh, he gonna say I got a big head. All right, whatever. Like low key, I'm thinking about what bro's saying. I was not going home like, damn, is my head? Nah, oh damn, I'm skinny. Nah, I just low key started to accept that was who I was. And then there's two sides of that. Because if you were to accept a certain insecurity, that could lead to depression. It could lead to you feeling a certain type of way. So I get it. However, I think it's like you see a lot of people who are not the most attractive go and make something out of nothing no matter what they look like. Mm-hmm. And I think it's because they embraced their insecurities and hurdled over it. Even though a lot of people have an issue with Lizzo, like look at what she does for girls that are her size. I'm Grammy nominated again. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
I'm doing everything that I'm doing.
Proud and positive, and
you can talk about health and all of that with her, but low key, a part of me feels like, you know what? She is doing something that there are some people who are in perfect shape that can't do that.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, I feel like once you embrace those insecurities, then I feel like you'll be better off and you on to the next. And that's why I think growing up being roasted and your insecurities being put on Jump Street, you able to get over that fast. Because let's say nobody roasted you. Let's say roasting wasn't allowed in school. When you finally get out of school and you become an adult, how do you handle that? Because there's some adults that can't handle roasting.
Nah, yeah. And you know what? I think when it comes to even just criticism, we were talking about like even working, being in a work environment where somebody's criticizing your work.
Yeah.
Since I went through that in high school, they could say whatever they used to kill me.
See?
But like if somebody say, "Are you an idiot?" Like, are you really proud of this? You know what I'm saying? Like you getting in trouble, and it's like, I mean, I'm pissed off because of the work, but I'm not internalizing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So some stuff. I mean, there is a good side of it. I just wonder how it affects us as a culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you know it's way heavier in us.
Like, I feel like there's times where you need to be laughed at in front of everybody. Like, there's times where you need to have everyone laughing at you or everyone mocking you or everybody kind of, or the spotlight being on you in a negative way so that you know what that feels like, because that low-key is what life is. You need to be ready for that. You need to be ready to say the wrong thing, and everybody's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And now you know how to respond. Sometimes you get roasted, and you have to just laugh because it actually was funny. A nigga telling you that you look like something.
Somebody Jesus Shuttlesworth.
You tell, like, if everybody's laughing, and I really feel like that was a good one, sometimes you just give it up. But think about that, what that does for somebody. Accepting, okay, cool, you got me. You know? Uh-huh. Because let's say I couldn't handle that and I smacked the shit out of you. Now this is that's going to perpetuate a wrong set of actions or a wrong course of thinking in my head. Like, look at the people who get fired from their job. And we're going to talk about this a little bit, but we just had the dude shoot up all those people at the Walmart.
Right.
Like, what if he didn't know how to handle criticism or everyone laughing at you?
But what if there's a flip side where he felt like everybody has been doing that to him his whole life?
Okay, yeah.
Because you know what? It also brings up the point of how people was raised, because you got to be raised to have confidence. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people aren't raised to have self-awareness and confidence to be like, all right, bet. Because think about it. We used to get roasted for not having, think about it. We both wore wavies. I don't know if you live in the DMV and you came up and you went to high school between
09 and 2012.
09 and 2012. When the wavies came out, they were $79. Anybody could basically get them.
And everybody got them.
And everybody got them. Everybody had a pair of wavies. But very quickly, it turned into you broke your shit if you wear them cheap-ass shoes that everybody can get. Because Jordans was, at this point, 150 when we was in school. The new 11s was 149.
Yeah.
They didn't get to 200 until now. But
11th grade.
Yeah, like 11th grade. When the phone posits came out and they was 225, that's when the Jordans was
Like
standard
212, remember?
Yeah.
Like 211.
Yep. But very fast, it became whack for you to have them shoes. But only reason why I say that is because the kid that's growing up with the parents that don't have the same money as the parents that can afford to buy you all of the shit. Niggas was wearing G-Star raw denim, Armani Exchange. Like, that was the high dollar shit to wear when we was coming up. Hugo Boss. Me and Terrance didn't have none of that.
Polo. Yeah.
But we had the confidence to know Mom can't really get that for both of us. We can't both get a pair of Space Jams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We had some sneaks, though.
We had some sneaks.
They did all right.
We
but
did.
You're right. We definitely had the way.
But like, if we didn't have that mental wherewithal to be like okay with certain things, like you said, you learn to accept shit.
Yeah.
We might have received that different.
And you're right when you talk about how it's all about what you accept. Like, the person that accepts a situation or environment that's a little bit better for them would be easier to accept than somebody accepting an environment that's like not good. Like the dude being bullied his whole life and accepting that versus somebody just accepting a certain situation is definitely two different things. But
Yeah.
I think that raised a good conversation, man. Like, like I said, me and Terrell roast all the time. He's looking like he looked like he's getting ready to go jump in the mystery machine right now. Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you? I'm gonna keep it 100.
We got some.
Somebody, because he's dressed like Fred. Somebody tell. Oh, you look like your alternate version of Fred. You got the alternate unlockable. But somebody roasting you and everyone laughing. Damn, that's like kind of like.
Nah, yeah.
You feel like Denzel Washington Trinity. Y'all gonna do this to me? You know?
Nah, yeah, for sure.
This is what I wanted to say. If you tell somebody, and I've said this before, the best way to cook somebody is just say what their head look like. That's easy. You see that brush right there? Your head look like a brush.
Terrance, no.
Or-
This is how you get cooked.
Or
You gotta be.
say that they look like something. I do this all the
Terrance
time. Me
is
and my girl do this all the time. Look, how you look like that plant right there? You thought you was growing fast. Fuck. Look, how you look like.
I would cut both of y'all. This nigga, you built like.
Or say what they're built like. See?
You look like.
How you look like
You
or how
gotta
you
just
built
break-
like. Those
I
are the
would-
two keys. How you built like a lamp, boy.
I would cut you up because you know what? Terrance, you remember when Carlton bricked that shot because he was trying to play with Will?
See, movie references, show references.
But look, this is what
I'm
I'll
trying
say.
to give y'all some tips.
This is what I'll say. Accept what you can't change about yourself. And then the shit that you know you can change, like if you, like I was skinny my whole life.
Terrell, I'm not talking about that no more. I'm talking about roasting tips.
Nah, but this is what I'm saying.
We done already
Because-
said to accept to you.
Nah, accept what you can't change.
Okay, go ahead.
You had to accept the fact that you had a big ass head and you was bony as shit. Matter of fact, no, you didn't have to accept the fact that you was bony as shit because now look at you. Still bony, but got a little muscle. This nigga's built like a Wingstop wing.
You built like the chicken sandwich, boy. Fresh.
Okay, what you built like? Thigh.
Anyway, look, what are you built like? What do you look like? You can bring my movie reference how he looked like Omar S when he jammed his knee up at USC in Love and Basketball. You was sick as shit, boy. Tried to run back the old bay. But you can say a movie reference. You can say what somebody look like, or you can say
It's tough to teach.
what somebody looks like they do.
Nah, yeah. Give him a fucked up job.
Like you
Or
look
just
like
reference everything that I'm telling you right now is because you have on this jersey. And you know? It's tough to teach somebody how to.
It is because it's all about the situation and what's
very
in front of you.
situational. You gotta be witty. You gotta be quick. You gotta be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not everybody can do it.
That's a very funny conversation, though, because we do it all the time.
Nah, but yeah, you know, that is a dope conversation because it does raise some, like, bruh did raise a point. Shout out to him.
Nah, I definitely give him a shout out. I wouldn't say that he was sweet. He definitely pointed out, he said some stuff that people wouldn't say.
Things that we need to, you know what I'm saying? We don't vent to each other as men anyway. It ain't like as men we get together and be like, you know what, fellas? I hate my shoulders.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That shit you said to me yesterday hurt my feelings, bruh. Even if you say that, you might get cooked again.
Yeah, this nigga's a bitch.
Yeah. We from PG County, born and raised, dog. That's how he grew up, dog.
And we say that. We keep saying we from Prince George's County because let me tell you something. Ask about growing up in Prince George's County public schools. I'm not even talking about anything other than joning.
Yeah.
Roasting. We some of the best. Don't fuck with us. Don't try to joan on Wale. He'll cut you up. He grew up from around here.
DC, PG?
Yeah. We'll cut everybody up.
DMV.
Philly niggas. Y'all think y'all can cut? Y'all can't cut better than us. We will dice y'all up, and y'all can't dress like us. So, I just had to throw a shot at Philly. Shout out my nigga Kane.
Hey, I'm never gonna forget how y'all parents, even my parents, they was tripping like, hey y'all, we can all laugh now. Our parents was tripping like shit with Corona last year. They was tripping like shit the last 2 years.
Was washing they chips in the sink.
Getting on you couldn't go nowhere without your parents saying, I just don't understand why you even want to go out anywhere. Why would you even want to go anywhere?
Walking around with mask and gloves on.
Yeah, some of y'all parents, even mine, still going away. Oh shit, I gotta get my mask. My mom going all the way back to her car with her mask. I'm in here with no mask. Come on.
No,
hey, look, we're not gonna be against it. COVID is definitely still out there. You can still get it.
And flu season. This lady was telling us yesterday that the other day that the flu is crazy right now. Have you gotten the shot?
You know how many people are going for that?
They doing my boy C Breezy dirty. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's 100. I'm gonna let you get started on that.
The AMAs was this weekend. It wasn't that great, but the highlight of the weekend was the fact that Chris Brown was supposed to do a Michael Jackson tribute, which like 7 minutes or so. He put the performance out on Instagram, but unfortunately, due to the AMAs and to Chris himself, it was canceled for reasons unknown. And the AMA said, oh, things like this happen all the time, X, Y, Z. And it's like, all right. Only reason why I'm saying something about it is because Chris Brown, this is nothing. If you're a fan of Chris, this is nothing new for Chris when it comes to these award shows. He's talked about it on hella interviews and shit. They always do my guy dirty. I mean, Chris Brown has probably had some of the most. He's had big moments. My last award show performance that I can remember was 2012. I think. I want to say 2012. Well, it might have been when Fortune came out. But in what year did Fortune come out? Fortune came out in 2012.
2012.
But he did the Michael Jackson joint, and then I know his Fortune joint, he was like flying around the stage. I forget. But when you think about all the moments that Chris Brown has had since then, like it to me, Loyal, New Flame, Liquor, No Guidance. Like he's had big records that would warrant a BET performance or a MTV VMA or something.
Nah, yeah.
The motherfucker had, you know what I'm saying? And he said that for a long time they haven't had him perform. And what really pissed me off, I don't know if you've seen this, but BET tweeted. You see what BET tweeted?
No, I did not.
BET gonna tweet a flashback of when he did the Michael Jackson tribute, which was fucking 2011, and put, over here we respect talent.
So why you ain't like that?
BET. Y'all haven't had Chris on the show since 2012. I just gave you New Flame, Loyal, Liquor, No Guidance. Y'all had hella BET awards. Chris Brown has come out and said specifically, y'all ass, don't let me perform.
Oh, so the BET Awards, he came out and said that about the BET Awards.
Yes, people were like, because he came out and said, it's crazy, my shows be selling out crazy, but award shows won't book me. And they was like, not even BET, and he put nope. So it's like, and we haven't seen him on there. So this is my thing. It's just a classic example of when your name is kind of hot, and these brands and companies try to use what you going through to get a little clout or get some clicks or views. Because that's the only reason why BET would tweet that.
Nah, yeah.
Because y'all haven't had him on the show, so why are y'all tweeting this?
Yeah.
But
And this was and believe it or not, I wanted to say this was on the heels of Michael Jackson's 40th anniversary of his best-selling album. It would have been a dope tribute at a very good time. Sierra was supposed to be involved with the tribute.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? To see Chris Brown and Sierra dancing on stage, both of them heavily inspired by Michael Jackson.
Yep.
They said the songs included that he was supposed to do was Beat It, Thriller, Wanna Be Starting Something, Billie Jean.
Mm-hmm.
If you saw that 7-minute video of Breezy dancing and the whole performance, it is just it's low key like, wow, I can't believe y'all turned this down. Like,
It is, man.
so let's think about who performed at the AMAs. Like, what performance was like, okay, we're gonna keep this? Didn't Glorilla and Cardi perform? There's no shade to them, so maybe not even use them. But look, we kept that.
Nah, yeah.
You keep that.
Lil Baby got up there, and I love Baby, but Baby performed the most. He had the most boring performance.
Did they feel like Breezy wouldn't get the ratings? Because I get the ratings part. Maybe Glorilla,
but this
and
my
Cardi
thing.
can bring more ratings than.
But this my thing. They did 3 point whatever million views, and Chris Brown joint the video that he posted on Instagram got more views than that. Had like 11 million views. I don't know why they did that. It just doesn't make sense. But it's honestly, if you're a real fan of, like, it's a lot of people, I'm glad a lot of people are like speaking out about it, because Chris Brown fans, we've been saying this for a long time. We've known this for a long time. We just chuck it up as, you know, the Rihanna thing from 2010, 2011. That's the reason. But
Right.
I mean, because once you get blackballed, you blackballed. It's
Probably
tough to
is.
come back from that blackball. But he was supposed to do Under the Influence too, which was a big moment this year.
Yeah.
So, the song 3 years old went back #1 for like hella weeks. So it would have been dope because he was about to start with that, and it seemed like it was gonna be like a surprise MJ joint. Dog, they just do my guy dirty. But what can we say?
They had Stevie Wonder perform.
First of all, Stevie had one of the best performances of the night. And you know he cut his dreads.
Really? Stevie
became
Wonder
the-
is an absolute GOAT. Y'all know I'm not hating on Stevie Wonder. He literally has some of the best music ever made, ever. But that over Breezy's Michael Jackson tribute on the 40th anniversary of Michael Jackson's biggest album? Hey, AMAs, I don't know how you justify that. You know?
Yeah, because even though I love Stevie is not going to bring the ratings.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe Stevie still got them joints. Candace told me he cut them off.
Stevie Wonder need to cut them.
He holding these joints on by a thread. One strong wind and it's over for this nigga.
Y'all gonna get mad at me, but I feel like Stevie Wonder can see. He can see. I always tell Terrell this. There's a video of this dude standing right next to Stevie Wonder, and the dude just started falling back, and Stevie Wonder went like this. If you blind, I should be able to just fall, and you say, "Oh damn, he fell."
He could feel that shit. I could feel you falling.
How?
Cause they heightened sense. They senses get heightened.
So he had a spidey sense that was tingling. Fuck out of here. Sorry, Stevie. Stevie, we're not playing games. We know about you.
But shout out to him. Nobody's beating him in the verses.
Nobody's beating him in the verses. He's a dog. He could play the happy birthday joint, and low key, that's a point we all been saying.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
After the regular joint.
We don't know that verse though.
All right, bet.
Or that hook.
One thing that I did want to talk about, that I did want to shed light on, but it's gonna be quick. We've had 2 mass shootings that happened this past week. First being the one in Colorado Springs, the
Club
LGBTQ nightclub, Club Q.
Club Q. Yep.
5 people killed, 19 injured. That was insane.
Yeah.
And we also had a mass shooting up at the Walmart where a guy went in there and shot and killed 7 people.
Was that this morning?
That was this morning.
Yeah, so it's Wednesday.
Currently
so.
Wednesday. And I only planned on talking about the Colorado Springs joint. And now I get on here and talk about both of these. And I don't really want to talk about what happened because I'm sure you've seen everything. But I will say that it does seem like we're getting a little desensitized to...
And you got to think about it, T. There's a lot of people that might not see. Somebody hit me up from fucking Qatar the other day. They listened to the podcast.
Wow.
So they might not know.
Well, based on what I just said, I don't really have much more details besides what I've already said about.
Some mass shootings, yeah.
Just mass shootings being ridiculous. But what I really wanted to just talk about is how the news reported that this was our 606th mass shooting of the year. And I think that is insane.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me we have 606 mass shootings on the year? I don't remember seeing, and of course not, I guess, but I don't even remember seeing 100 news reports on this shit. And we're already at 600? They said we're at 36 for the month.
A mass shooting is anything involving 4 or more victims. Not all meaning deaths. But if 4 people get shot,
it's a mass shooting. That's still insane. Like that says that's an issue. 600 plus? That's an issue. And even the ones that go deadly like this. Like, we just seen what happened earlier in the year at that, was it Kroger's? It wasn't at Kroger's, but it was at that grocery store where that dude went and shot up all them black people.
Oh, yeah.
Like, all I'm saying is it does just kind of seem like you don't even really see the stars saying damn no more. It's just, yo, Black Friday sales. I'm keeping it 100.
No, that's true.
You get on your TL, you don't really see a lot of people saying, man, this is awful. You don't even see that anymore. We're getting to a point now where a mass shooting is like somebody robbing a liquor store.
Yeah.
As a star, you're not going to get online and say nothing about it. But now, it's a mass shooting and 8 people died. Damn, this world is crazy. Shot my Amazon cart.
I mean, what do you expect people to do? That's my question. What do you expect people to do? Because people won't change. And this is my thing, too, when it comes to that. Like, I don't really like the gun thing. I'm not a fan of, like, people owning these fucking war weapons and stuff like that. I know people. I have friends that own big weapons. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't. I've never had a conversation with them. But when you got 600 shootings like this, I'm not saying it's a gun problem, right? Like, it's a people problem. The guns aren't the ones that are. It's the person holding the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you got 600 scenarios, it gets to a point where sometimes these people might need a little control. Maybe we need to think about that. But it seemed like people don't give a fuck as long as they get that. We live in the most selfish nation. As long as I can keep my guns, I don't give a fuck what happens. Look at what happened in Texas. I wanted so bad for Beto O'Rourke to get in as governor. Yeah. But Greg Abbott wins again. Do you remember when I think it was Uvalde, when the shooting with all of the children happened recently, and they did the NRA convention the next day via Greg Abbott. Remember, Beto went down there and was like, "You're not doing shit. For the state of Texas, you're gonna be gone." They voted that motherfucker back in because it's like nobody really gives a fuck.
That's the crazy thing. That to me, maybe it is one of those things where it is gonna go away. Maybe this is gonna be the norm.
Nah, because like what you saying about like how people just be living their lives.
Yeah.
Even like with Takeoff passing away. That one hit us heavier than it hit a lot of people. We started 3 podcasts with Takeoff. Listen to Takeoff. Hearing his voice now is just different. But for some people, it's just another. And you know what? Dolph's murder was bigger. Like my boy David. That was his favorite artist.
Yeah.
That wasn't as big for me as it was for him. But I kind of felt the difference when we lost somebody like Takeoff. Even Nipsey, when we lost Nipsey, I wasn't the biggest Nipsey fan to start. Takeoff, somebody I listened to since I was fucking in graduating high school.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but it does seem like people are just kind of like, oh, that happened? All right, cool. Because.
And honestly, I don't know, bro. There's that. But like, I've even you saw a lot of companies and stuff speak out on Takeoff.
Yeah.
I felt like this girl had a good point where she talked about how you see a lot of people talking about celebrities when they die and stuff like that, but then when it comes to the regular person, like these people who get ripped away from their families, they die and nobody says anything about what happened to them. It's just like, well, fucked up for them.
Yep.
But like, we could really be like them. It's rare that we gonna be like Takeoff at a dice game with mob ties niggas.
Yeah.
You know, it's rare that we're going to be in that situation. It's rare that we're going to be a big rap star. But just going to a grocery store, your kids going to an elementary school.
That's what's crazy. It's regular life shit
we get impacted by it, and that's starting to get thrown under the rug.
Yeah.
We should have so much news coverage on all of these different shootings and shit, but we don't.
You ever think weird about the news? Like,
Is it
what
about
y'all be able to do? We was watching the news earlier, and it just seemed like negative thing after negative thing after negative thing. And I guess that's how it's been for the last 50 years. But, like, it's almost like they be waiting for shit to happen. Do you hear that shit?
I'm about to say, you hear the sirens? God crazy with that paintbrush, ain't he? Ain't he?
Nah, he really is.
He knows what he's doing. And he's fucking with you. You see?
Nah, that is fucked up.
But I'm on him. Look, the crazy man, I'm on him. I see what he's trying to do.
Nah, but for real though, it is wild as shit how the news cover. It's like they be waiting.
This is insane.
It is crazy that
That's insane that you said that, and it's
goosebumps.
like
Goosebumps.
sirens going on.
That's
crazy
crazy.
you said that. Man, I live this shit a different way. That's
It is 9 o'clock.
What time is it, Terrell?
It's 6:32. Yeah. But nope, but that was kind of creepy. That was creepy as fuck.
Nah, yeah. But you're right. The news does. Bro,
It's
trust
kinda
me.
like
Can you imagine if you watch the news every day? If you watch the news every single day,
You would just live a terrified life.
you would not want to do nothing.
I would never go anywhere. I'd be having to tell myself not to look at that shit. Like the DMV shoot 'em up page. You ever find yourself on that joint?
Yeah.
Everybody, I know y'all don't know where y'all live, but if you live in the United States, you probably have this. It's a page that posts nothing but crime in your city.
Yup. What do they call it?
1400 block of East Sutherland Road, 2 killed, 1 dead. 1300 block of North. It's like, dog.
Yes. That shit is crazy.
That shit is crazy, bro. Like it's wild as shit. But
If you wanted to be surrounded by that shit, then you can surround yourself by the news.
exactly. And you know what's crazy? Going back to the shit. Just making the last point. Now it's getting. We're seeing more hate crimes carried out as shootings and killings.
Yeah.
As opposed to somebody just calling somebody a slur or somebody like that, or disrespecting a group, or even fights. You know what I'm saying? You starting to see people, I'm going to go to this grocery store and find all the black people and kill these black people. I'm going to go to this club and shoot all the gay people that I can find because I don't agree with it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so, it's just fucked.
Nah, yeah. It's fucked.
It is fucked. Everybody hold your head. Just be safe. Honestly, you just got to be careful everywhere.
Yeah. And prayers up for the LGBTQ community. That was a hate crime that happened. Just going up in the club and shooting them. They just living their lives. You know what I'm saying? We've been outspoken on a lot of the bullshit that happens. And you see a lot of whataboutism on the TL, you know? Mm-hmm. And I felt like the way that we get around that is to just acknowledge shit when it happens. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to support each other. When I feel like this time, it was a hate crime on the LGBTQ community. And we as a country need to stand with them regardless of views. Because regardless of what you think is right and wrong or how somebody should live their life, don't nobody deserve to be ripped from the world based on that view. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
As somebody who has proud views of myself for my own community,
Right.
I wouldn't want to be ripped away from this world when it comes to that. Because at the end of the day, family is family. And nobody talks about views when I'm with my fam. None of us are saying, oh, well, then I just think this about this and this about that. Nah, because we all know that we fam.
Yeah.
And everybody, for the most part, has that. So
That's a fact.
shitty
RP to the victims, and prayers for the families, man. It sucks to have to always fucking
that sounds
say that.
horrible.
It does. All right, bet. Let's get to some movie shit. Your boy.
What my man Kate I say? I pray to God you actually pray when somebody dies. Thoughts and prayers, way better off timelines. He needs to win Album of the Year. I'm done with y'all. That should be Album of the Year.
I'm a fan of him. I love K-Dot. And people was like, Terrell's been hard on K-Dot. No, I have not. I just don't think that nigga should win Album of the Year. And I love him.
I'm a fan of Bunny.
I love Bad Bunny, too. I love both of them. I love Kendrick way more than Bunny.
How many reactions did he have on his page for Bad Bunny?
This nigga doesn't listen to any Bad Bunny.
We would have been that Cardi joint. I like it like that.
Yeah.
That was Bad Bunny was on that?
Yes. Are you kidding me?
That joint?
Yeah, that was him.
You sure that was him?
100%. That was Bunny and Balvin, boy. Hey, Cardi need to go back to that.
She ain't on nothing right now.
She need to take a Machine Gun Kelly approach. Machine Gun Kelly was rapping and said, y'all niggas don't like me, fuck y'all. I'm going back to win these Metal Rock Awards.
Nah, I give it to y'all. Eminem pushed his ass away from rap. He ain't never recovered
that
from
kill
that.
shot.
I'm beginning to feel like a rap god. Oh, that wasn't even that.
That was Rap God. That kill shot joint was crazy,
that was
bro.
nuts.
Go back and just look at the reaction that we did.
It was nuts.
You gonna hear shit like, woo, that shit was crazy. Your boy Quentin Tarantino, he been going off. He been going off this past week.
He been spitting facts,
saying a bunch of shit. So we gonna get into it. If you don't know who Quentin Tarantino is, he is the well-known writer, well-known screenwriter and director of many of our favorite films, from Kill Bill to Pulp Fiction, Django Unchained, Inglourious Bastards.
If you listen to this podcast, we started with
Scene from Pulp Fiction.
Pulp
Yeah,
Fiction,
Reservoir
just because.
Dogs, Hateful Eight. Honestly, he's one of the best pens in the game.
Brown.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He is literally one of the best directors of all time.
One
When
of the
he
best.
goes, his jersey will be very high in the rafters.
Is also Terrance's favorite director of all time.
Yep.
Therefore, that's why I said, okay, this is your man,
Mm-hmm.
but let's keep it a thou wow.
Yep.
So basically, Quentin Tarantino said that the film is in its worst era that it's been since, and I feel like he's been saying this since 2014. He's been saying it, but now
and who else has been saying this?
You've been saying it too.
So shout out to the people that mentioned me on Twitter. Shout out to the people that mentioned me on Instagram. I saw them all. Y'all know who's been saying that. Y'all know who's been saying that we've been in the Great Depression of filmmaking. Do you know he said he's getting ready to do this series and that he's not going to make a film until shit just gets better? He just said he doesn't feel inspired to even make a movie. You know how he been saying 10 is my last? He ain't even thinking about making the last joint. Just because, and it's crazy, he has 9 films, whatever. He's not even thinking about making that because he said the climate is just like trash. It's just garbage.
So I want you to speak to that. Like, do you think he has a point when he says that? And then explain what y'all mean or what you think the state of, I don't know what the fuck is happening outside. I hope everybody's all right. Hope that motherfucking store ain't on fire. But it's crazy out there.
Nah, yeah.
Remember when Mike Epps was riding with Craig and Roach was in the back? He was like, "You see this? We live raw.
Black people, we live raw."
But what do you think about what he said? And then just give some examples to like why people feel like film was in its worst state. Because think about it. If you're somebody who's a Marvel fan, and we're gonna get into what he said about Marvel, but
and that goes into the answer of that, yeah.
You might think we in a good place.
I don't think anybody that's a Marvel fan would say that Marvel right now is in a good place.
No, yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? He talked about the Marvelization of Hollywood and how Marvel films have seemed to be their top priority. Like, almost like good films don't run the industry. Good films just support the industry. Mm-hmm. You know? They're just like legs in the industry, and Marvel films are like the table. You know what I'm saying? Like, good films help keep the industry moving, but the top priority seems to be these superhero films. I 100% agree with what he's saying, and I've said it on my own. I didn't have to hear him say it for me to have that opinion. When you look around, movies are dead ass ran by the social climate. Mm-hmm. Like, and you're starting to see people not be creative. You're starting to see people try to make something for everybody. And that, to me, is the downfall of film. We're going to try and make this for everyone. We're going to try and include everyone. Even with Wakanda Forever, why did we have to include another culture? Let's keep it on Hondo. This is no offense to the Latino, Hispanic community. However, why in Black Panther do we have to be? You saw a whole bunch of representation, all the representation. This is exactly the death of the filmmaking industry, because it's not that we shouldn't be giving people opportunities. That's not what we're saying. But the bad thing is, that's the trade-off.
Yeah, it's not this person is this because it fits this character. It's we're going to put this in because we got to fit this representation.
Right. So people, to me, are not creating with story in the front anymore. It's, okay, so I have a story, but how do I appeal to everyone with this story? And the difference between Quentin Tarantino and a lot of other directors, a lot of the old guys do it too, but they don't give a fuck about appealing to people. I'm going to just make this story about what the fuck I want to make it about. And if people get offended by it, if people don't like it, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So, you know what I'm saying? I'll just end up there. I don't want to ramble.
No, you got it. Honestly, I really wanted to see what you was going to say because that's your guy. I do think that film is in a real weird place. I'm not going to blame it all on agenda.
Yeah.
I think when you mix agenda in with remake and rehash and let's do this again culture, that's where you get where we are now. Because now they're remaking the what are they remaking? I think they're remaking The Wizard of Oz, and they're going to make it culturally ambiguous to what today looks like. AKA, we're just going to throw all of this stuff in as opposed to remaking it how it is. This is my thing.
Women and gays.
Yeah, for sure. For the most part. And blacks. Depending
Women,
on
gays, blacks.
Nah, for sure.
And look, is that an issue?
It's not. And that's the thing. That's what I want to clarify. It's not an issue, but as opposed to creating new stories that represent these communities, we're trying to just take something that was already done and now remake it with everybody. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Nah.
But it would be better to see original movies. We don't see that no more.
And the thing is, that's what it is. Movies are dying low-key because people don't really give a fuck about original stories because you ain't coming with it no more. Yep. We ain't going to keep standing in line hoping that y'all have something that y'all don't sell anymore. All right, they ain't selling it. They're remaking think about it. They're remaking The Little Mermaid. And most people right now are planning to see The Little Mermaid because she's black. Nobody right now is saying, you know what, I want to go see how they do that. I want to see this new, the Little Mermaid in live action. I think there's more people saying, oh, wow, she's going to be black this time. And it's like,
that's cool.
To see that happen, to see everybody want to go see want to go see Black Panther when it first came out, everybody wanting to go see that just because we was black and it was finally about black people and stuff like that. That was a big ass curveball because now in Hollywood said, all right, bet.
You see what them numbers look like?
You see what them numbers look like? That's what we got to start aiming for. What's going to appeal? It ain't about the story anymore.
But now, Terrance, what you got to think about, too, is the fact that movie theaters aren't doing what they used to do, even though Amazon just invested in like $1 billion something in theaters.
Oh, that's about to be dope.
But, yeah, that's going to be dope. But, because they have Amazon Prime. What if you can go to an Amazon Prime theater?
Right.
Come on, bro.
All right, bet AMC, go ahead and die.
It's going to come out on Amazon Prime Video, or you can go and see it in the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, imagine if Apple, instead of putting Emancipation only on Apple Plus, they put it in select Apple theaters. I would go.
And if it had an Apple experience,
I don't want to see that bullshit, but
I think I'm going to still watch it, man.
I might just check it out. But only reason why I said that is because now I got to try and get motherfuckers out of the house.
Yeah.
So I got to say, you know what? Let's see who we could get out of the house. Who could we?
Mm-hmm.
But now also you got this, you know what I saw the other day? And I'm not even going to lie. I have not even thought about it. The disabled community has been talking about the lack of disabled representation in animated films.
See?
Like, they were talking about how in Zootopia, there was no handicap spots in the parking lot. And it's something that you think about.
That is the death of filmmaking.
Because
I'm going to keep it 100. And this is me just keeping it 100. Just the same way Quentin Tarantino is, if you're worried about that, I'm not making movies for you. I am not making a movie to satisfy every fucking community. It's a parking lot. You can go into a certain parking lot in America and not see handicap parking spots. Bro, yes.
Not many.
Maybe one, maybe
not
two.
Not outside the Kroger's.
Okay, bet. But my thing is this. I might not be making a movie to appeal to you. This is just what the story is. We might not even wanted to do that. You don't even know what the budget is or what we have to do to put that in there. You know what I mean? I'm not going to spend extra money to make a certain group of people feel all right, because then I'm getting away from the story. I'm getting away from it.
But I think that comes back to a movie being either for you or you watching it and not looking for that. We grew up, like when we went to film school, you know, when you watch a Martin Scorsese film, not going to see many of us. And it might be some N-words in there. Might be some Moulignans in there. But I'm not looking for black people in a Martin Scorsese film. I just know that that's not going to be something that he's even good at.
Yeah.
That's not... That color ain't in my swatches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He don't direct us well. He directs Italians well. He directs, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
He don't do that. I don't look for it from him.
Yeah.
But now what you have is
people are looking for it.
People are looking for it from people as opposed to... Because think about it. You do want the higher end or the higher regarded director to represent you. But at the same time, y'all can look at the people in your community that are actually doing it, because everybody has somebody that's doing it. We just want to see the biggest people do it. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, yeah.
We want the big screen, way out there effect. And it honestly is because we saw what happened with the LGBTQ community. They created outrage. They saw change.
Yeah.
And so everybody's now trying to do it.
In my opinion, a filmmaker is just like every other artist. A filmmaker is just like a photographer. A filmmaker is just like a painter. You don't look at Van Gogh or any old painter or any photographer and say, why doesn't he take pictures of black people? Or why doesn't he paint any black people? Like, yo, he just paints what he wants. Like, he doesn't have to paint black people.
Why you keep making it about us?
Because I'm black.
Oh.
You know?
Stop putting us in.
Or disabled.
We chilling.
No, we not.
Yes, we are.
We be putting our hand in the ring just with a lot of other people and feeling like we need to be a part of it. People will say that Martin Scorsese, he don't put black people in his films. Okay.
They do say that.
Like, who gives a fuck?
We don't need him to.
We don't need him to. Like, I'm not, like you said, I'm not expecting him to. But I just feel like we look at filmmaking on a different level because of the impact. Because it transcends, you know what I'm saying, entertainment on a global level. We look at it like that. But I commend people like Quentin Tarantino who will not fold for the social pressures to make a specific type of movie. I like how he said, I would never make a Marvel film because I'm not a hired hand. I love that. He said, I would never make a Marvel film because I'm not a hired hand. I'm not looking for a job.
And you know what he said? He said,
that's real.
That is true. And another quote that he said that I did like, and I got a challenge for him, but he said, in these Marvel films, like, he said, you put these people in these films and the stars of the films aren't the actors, it's the characters that they're playing.
Right.
He said, nobody really gives a fuck about Chris Evans. Like, in so many words, I'm just kind of like paraphrasing. But he basically said, like, Thor is the star. Captain America is the star.
Yeah.
It's not, I'm about to go see that new movie that has Chris Evans in it, and he's playing this. That's what superhero films did to films. Because think about it. Motherfucking Creed 3 is coming out, and even though he's playing Apollo Creed, people are still kind of saying, I'm going to go see that joke with Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Abrams.
Yeah. Jonathan
like,
Abrams.
Oh, yeah, he's playing Creed again. And there is still a community like that. Even a movie that might star like a Leo. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Leonardo DiCaprio do something, it's like, yo, you about to go see that new Leo joint?
Nah, yeah.
Marvel is killing that.
Marvel is also making movies based on comic books of characters that people already know.
And
like,
love, right.
when you look at our review for Wakanda Forever, you see a bunch of people saying, oh, y'all didn't read the comics. So it's like, yo, people already have source material for this shit. So gauging whether it's good or not is all over the place. Motherfuckers are saying, oh, well, this is the best they can do based on the story that happened, and then based on the comics,
and you see,
this was supposed to happen. Fuck that.
I've been debunking that shit all week. Honestly, people be talking to me like I didn't go to school for this shit. So I'm not talking about when people, I have somebody in my DM right now that I got to respond to. But this is my thing. When it comes down to the story that is, you put the motherfucking credits roll start to finish, I'm going to point out issues that I have within start to finish. And if it's a trilogy, I got to go based on whatever else was there.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about, oh, well, yeah, they didn't do this because she actually getting ready to have a show. That's why you didn't get any content. I'm not rolling. That's not an excuse.
What was the pushback you had for
QT?
Yeah.
My pushback for QT is, what are you trying to do that you can't do now? Because it feels like if Eddie, like, Cedric the Entertainer went on Unc Shay Shay with Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
And he said, if you take out all Eddie Murphy's offensive jokes, he don't really have much.
Mm-hmm.
And like, talking about Eddie Murphy's Raw.
Yeah.
He said Eddie Murphy's Raw is one of the best stand-ups of all time. But if you take out all of the jokes that are offensive today, he don't have much. So to me, going back to QT and him saying, oh, well, whatever, it really comes across like you just trying to still be able to do what you used to could do. But now, a lot of the groups that might be offended, you don't want to piss them off, so you're going to lay low and just blame it on the industry and Marvel and everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, like, what is it that you're trying to do that you can't do? You literally can get approval. Well, number one, you was working with Harvey Weinstein. He was on some bullshit. Not saying you knew about it, you didn't. But Harvey would greenlight anything QT brought to the table.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I was telling Terrance. There's no black man in the world that would have got Django greenlit. Nah, that had to be QT via the relationship with the Weinstein Company. Harvey was greenlighting anything that came because QT know how to get motherfuckers in seats. And the movie was great. But going forward, like, what does he feel like he can't do?
I think a black man could get Django greenlit. I think it's a good point, but I don't believe it fully. I think if somebody read that screenplay, which is an Oscar-winning screenplay, I feel like if you read that screenplay, somebody would make it.
I don't think if he was black, they would get it made.
I think he could, especially in 2022.
If Buck in The Harder They Fall was white, and it was like black folks versus white folks,
Look
I don't
at
think that
all
would
of,
have made.
if they can make Wakanda Forever, if they can make all these movies talking about white people, everybody shitting on white people, yeah, they would make it. I think they would make it if a black dude was the one who wrote it.
I don't know.
Think about it. Django Unchained, low-key had the white savior trope. They would definitely let you make that jump. King Schultz was doing all of the real shit. Taught the nigga how to do everything.
Oh, yeah.
But I think QT comes from that cloth of filmmaking and grew up on a cloth of filmmaking of just rawness. Every single movie that I've ever done has rubbed somebody the wrong way. Every single one, including my very first. Talking to y'all about why I do what I do in my movies has happened since number one. You know what I mean? So I don't think that there's like, oh, see, now I can't do this because if I do that, now they ain't gonna, nah, I just feel like he feels like, yo, low-key, people not even really checking for the big box movies no more, so I'm gonna just do a series. You see, he's doing a series now. Because that's what people are checking for more than a big-ass movie. I'd rather jump out here on Netflix. One thing that I did want to talk about is the guy from, how you say it, Terrell? Shang-Chi,
I think. Shang-Chi.
How do you say it? Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi. Sorry. Some of y'all probably seen that as a Marvel film. It was led by this guy. His name is Simu Liu. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but he led that film. It was a $400 million film. I want to give a shout out to him first and foremost. However, he came out and talked about Quentin Tarantino's comments about the Marvelization of Hollywood. And he said, if the gatekeepers to the movie stardom came from Tarantino and Scorsese, I would have never had the opportunity to lead a $400 million plus movie. He said, I'm in awe of their filmmaking genius. They are transcendent auteurs, but they don't get to point their nose at me or anyone. He said, no movie studio is or ever will be perfect, but I'm proud to work with one that has made sustained efforts to improve diversity on screen by creating heroes that empower and inspire people of all communities everywhere. I love the golden age too, but it was white as hell. Honestly, the golden age of filmmaking was 100% very, very much white. It was very much a lot of white people. However, you can say that about Martin Scorsese, but you really can't say that about QT. Me and Terrell kind of argued about this. You can never talk to QT about diversity. You can't. You can't. I've had black people and other minorities in every one of my movies, maybe except this last one. Except maybe the very last one. I don't remember seeing black people in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. However, I've had black people throughout all of my movies. I have 3 movies led with a leading actor and a minority in a leading role. 3. Pulp Fiction, Jackie Brown, Django Unchained. Samuel L. Jackson went on Charlie Rose in 2016.
Hateful Eight.
And The Hateful Eight. 4.
What? Samuel Jackson.
Black lead. Samuel Jackson would have got the leading role in that. I think maybe supporting, but I don't know.
Okay.
But I'll say this. Samuel Jackson went on Charlie Rose in 2016 and talked about how Quentin Tarantino couldn't be racist because every character that he's wrote for me was always the smartest guy in the room. And that made me think. When you think about it, every character that QT has written, that's black, every black person or person of minority in QT's movie are always way smarter, way more intellectual. They're always low-key the smartest person in the room. You can think about every movie that he has. The minority character is always more smarter, wittier, more experienced, no matter if they're the villain or
Reservoir Dogs.
The star. Reservoir Dogs, who taught bruh how to act like he could be a cop? A black dude. The black dude. Pulp Fiction. Jules was the smartest person in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Divine Intervention.
Yep.
The joint we
Marcellus was a boss.
Marcellus was a boss, but still, he wasn't, you know what I'm saying? We could go down the list, bro. Literally, you can go down the list.
That was a wild. Go ahead.
That was. But it's like...
Even Kill Bill. What's the dude? Hattori Hanzo? Not Hattori Hanzo. Yeah.
Hattori Hanzo.
And what's the dude that did the little...
Pai Mei.
Yeah.
And this is my thing to this dude. Shut the fuck up, please. You would have definitely been able to be on screen and lead a $400 million movie if you're talking about somebody like QT. You were in a fuckboy-ass Marvel film that was low-key trash as fuck.
Nah, that joint was actually good.
Man, that shit was trash.
You watched it?
Yes, I've seen that joint. Trash. Trash. And I'm going to tell you what, this whole Marvel phase has low-key been trash. You're going to talk about somebody who is literally one of the kings of this shit, who has probably seen and has more love for movies in your culture than you do. He's probably seen more movies from your culture than you do. He's literally did you not see Kill Bill? You know what I'm saying? Was that not minority driven? Vernita, and then you had the whole story with Oren Ishii. Your culture is not on screen. I just get so fucking tired of everyone acting like they're not represented. Yo, Simu Liu or whatever. If it's so important for you to lead a film, get with the people that can do it and do it. Don't say shit about other people because low-key they don't have to. Scorsese does not have to put a black man in front of a $400 million movie in order for me to think that he fucks with black people or even cares about filmmaking or wants to move the pendulum forward, because moving the filmmaking pendulum forward is only going to happen with good stories. It doesn't happen with satisfying fucking groups.
But
you led a $400 million Marvel film that was trash.
Terrance, first of all, Shang-Chi was good. Shut the fuck up. Shang-Chi was good. It was one of the best ones of this phase. It wasn't great, but trash is an overstatement. You're right
The
about
Marvel movies now are trash, Terrell.
They're not good. But you're right about QT. But bruh was not wrong. He doesn't need to shut up because what he's saying is actually right. You can exclude your man because has Quentin Tarantino shed more light on Asian cinema? Yes. Because I would have never seen Old Boy. I would have never seen all those movies that we've seen without QT. But bruh is actually telling the truth because Martin Scorsese not putting a black person in his films does tell me everything I need to know about how Martin Scorsese feels about black folks. But I don't care because I'm not looking for it from you. I don't care. But if it was up to people like Martin Scorsese, black people would be nothing but the person that shot the gun that should be taken away. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, he y'all right about that. So you can exclude your man, but everybody else.
This is what I'll say to him. Korean and Japanese films have ran the film industry creatively for decades. Decades, right? How many of your culture, where you come from, how many of those people are putting black people in leading roles? How many of those people are putting black people in films, period, over there? But you want to come over here and think that you're supposed to lead a movie over here. You're supposed to. They don't give a fuck about none of us over there where they're making movies. Feel me? And I feel like here is the only place where everyone comes and feels like, what about us? Yo, it's crazy because if I go over there, I won't even get a role. I won't even get in the door over there. But you want to come over here and talk about people who have been doing it. Yo, it's because low key, yeah. I look at the golden age of cinema as white, but y'all got to understand, I'm not looking at it like a social cause. I'm not looking at it like a fraternity or a social club that you need to be a part of. I'm looking at artists who made art based on their lives. You feel me? Are you going to say to John Singleton or Spike Lee? What do you think Spike Lee would say when you say, yo, you need to have more white people in your movie. You need to have more Asian people in your movie. Yo, I'm making a movie for my people.
Yeah.
So everybody should be able to say that.
And he's done it. Spike has done it.
Bro, I swear, it annoys the shit out of me, the what about us mindset.
But you gotta think about
it. Go and get with yours and do it.
Yeah.
And then we can put we put yours up there.
That what about
That's what we've had to do.
That's true, because we had a what about us mindset too. We had to kick that door open for a lot of different cultures.
We not begging to stand on their stage, though.
No more.
Terrell, we was never begging to stand on their stage.
And that's the thing.
I mean, maybe we were willing to, but we went and did it on our own.
But we did. I think, like blacks, Hispanics, certain people that make up. I got you.
Yeah.
We've been here. If you're African American, you came from you blood of a slave like me. You are literally rooted here. So you can't do New York City, somebody walking down the street and there's no black people on the street. Succession. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People saying, damn, it ain't nobody else, any other color on that street.
Right.
That is a rightfully placed what about, because that represents the population. Mm-hmm. You 100% right about bruh and the films that they do over there, because you right. Bollywood and the cinema that they have over there, they are not.
None of the other cinema cultures give a fuck.
They don't.
Well, you come over here, it has to be this. And you're right about how, like, all right, bet we do a film in New York and there's no black people on the streets. Like, yo, low key, that could have been an artistic choice from you, and that's literally how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? I look at actors, and Terrell knows this. I look at actors like paintbrushes. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna say why you didn't use black on this. Why you didn't use not black? Look, why you didn't use a red paint for this picture when you painted it? We would never talk to an artist like that. But with filmmaking, because it represents the world, we expect the world to be represented in every film, and it's not. Because I would do a film with all black people. And even if it was supposed to be where's all the white people? Yo, low-key, what if I just wanted to have all black people in this movie? Who says that I have to put every race in?
No, I'm with
society. And that's why QT, I feel like, does not want to make a movie, and then you got people asking questions like that. Like, I can do what the fuck I want. If I want to have one white dude walk in a room full of 90 black men for the artistic approach of that, I might want to do that. Notice how bro is surrounded by everybody that's white, you know? Or notice how it's all black people in this movie.
I get it. I get that. I'm with you. To me, I'm with you, but it depends on like I'm with you about the Shang-Chi guy. I can't believe you said Shang-Chi was trash. I don't think it was trash.
Shit was trash, man. We don't give a fuck about this new phase. This last phase, the whole phase was garbage. You checking for the second one?
I mean, I'll watch it on Disney Plus.
Open your mouth up about one of the greats, and you talking about your film that was all
But
right.
Terrance,
He
he
was in
not
a Marvel
talking
movie.
about just your man.
We don't even give a fuck about you for real.
You capping like shit for this man who Quentin Tarantino. Let me tell you something about Quentin Tarantino. And I told Terrance this.
Come on, Terrell. Come on. We on this long-winded now.
No, I'm with you. But your man is a boom bap rapper. You the boom bap guy that doesn't like the fact that rap has gone a different way. I wish you like, what happened to the hip hop? It's like, nigga, get with the times. If you can't make a movie and not offend people, say that. How about that?
Who got offended from the last joint?
I know you're not talking about Hateful Eight.
Nah, we talking about Once Upon a Time, boy. Nobody got offended from that. Well, they might have found issue with some of the things he did, but like, and that's up there.
That was also his worst film.
Are you kidding me? You sound like somebody who has not seen it for real.
I have seen it.
That's literally top 5.
When I look at Terrance, so that's
But
top 5.
That's top 5. And I'm telling you this on a
Which
film.
one of his films is it better than other than Death Proof?
We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
There's no point. There's no point.
It's not.
There's no point. I get what you're saying though. You made a good point about bruh, because that is true. But I do see what he talking about outside of QT. You can't include QT in a diversity conversation.
When you're looking at filmmaking like a diversity group or a diversity thing, it's really not that, because these are artists.
And you're right about how people only look at the diversity of film here.
Right. Like, it's not Walmart. You can look at Walmart and say, y'all didn't hire any black people in here. Y'all not giving no black people here, and black people shop here.
Right.
Black people, we don't have to watch Martin Scorsese's movie. Or the Asians. You don't have to watch Quentin Tarantino's movie. If you want to watch it, you can. Because this is like an art. You can't, you know what I'm saying? These are artists. I can't tell Usher or Chris Brown why you don't got any rap hip hop tracks on your artist, on your record. Because it's not about being diverse. It's about making what I want to make. The same way Drake can go and make a whole dance project and you can just not like it. It's the same way a filmmaker can do whatever the fuck he wants. That's how I look at filmmaking. This is an artist that chose to do this. Yo, I don't really give a fuck about the fact that there might not be, you know what I'm saying, any black people in your art. Now, if you're doing something, because I do want to clarify, if you're doing something that's supposed to be based in Africa, or it's based in, and then you don't have
like
any,
motherfucking Ridley
different.
Scott.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's different. Or we look at something like Black Panther and we don't see any men. That's different. You know what I'm saying? Because you can see like the social damage or the social input in that on the back end.
Agenda baked into it, yep.
100%. But if it's just something artistic based, I'm not looking at the streets of New York in succession and saying, damn, where the black people at? I don't really give a fuck.
I feel like you just
Would
saying
you
that.
really feel so represented to see one black dude all the way in the back?
I mean,
Oh, it's some black people in that coffee shop. Yeah, we in it. I'm off of that.
put your thoughts in the comments, man. This is another one of those conversations that invokes a whole lot of POV. So, James Cameron is shooting a half-court shot for Avatar. This motherfucker came out and said, because let me just tell y'all, the new Avatar is getting ready to come out. Shout out to Nathan Zed. Nathan, you're the only reason why I even give a fuck about this movie. Because I rewatched the first one, and the first one is great. Contrary to what people say. And it's one of the biggest films of all time. With that said, they need to earn $2 billion at the box office just to break even, because the budget is $2 billion. James Cameron says this was presented as the worst business case in movie history. You have to be the third or fourth highest grossing film in history. That's your threshold. That's your break even. I just don't see Avatar 2 doing $2 billion at the box office. I do not see that happening. That means people got to go see it at a higher clip than they went to go see Spider-Man. And let me tell you something. Spider-Man tickets were sold out like 2 months in advance, a month in advance.
And people knew that all 3 Spider-Man was going to probably be in it.
Right, it was a possibility we was going to have a fucking... There is no... I just feel like they're not going to break even. James Cameron is responsible for some of the biggest films of all time. Titanic, motherfucking first Avatar. Yep. Like, he can do it. But I will be very shocked. That's why I say shooting a half-court shot. It's a possibility that motherfucker could go
I think if he would have dropped this film in 2013, 4 years after the original.
Yes.
If he would have dropped it in 15, 16... If he would have dropped it somewhere around then we could have said, all right, he waited. But I don't know if you're going to... That is a moonshot.
It's 13 years later. The people that was 40 are now 53.
That's what I'm saying.
These motherfuckers ain't even going to the theater no more.
And then, yeah. I mean, it's definitely you're doing something that would have worked better when the industry was in better shape.
Nah, for sure. But you go ahead and get what you wanted to say. James... Okay.
I was gonna talk about this tweet that I seen.
Okay.
And this dude was getting killed for it. And it was actually funny because the dude was getting killed for this tweet. And damn, I'll talk about this one another time. But this dude was getting killed for this tweet yesterday, and I think a lot of people might have seen it. He tweeted, "Hoes be so excited about dumb shit like a new plant, and you just be wondering, why are you talking to this whack ass bitch? My goodness."
Oh,
Bruh
God.
has 2,000 plus quote tweets and like 100 retweets.
Why did he say that?
And he said this. Well, you said, why did he say that?
Did he do another tweet underneath?
Nah. He basically was just talking about how, think about what this tweet said.
Hoes be so excited about dumb shit like a new plant, and you just be wondering, why are you talking to this whack ass bitch? Why did he say that?
I'm telling you, this is why he said that. And I'm not saying I agree with what he's saying. Sometimes you're going to talk to people who are going to be into some shit that you might think is whack. But you like that person, you love that person. Like,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? This is a 100% wrong way to do it. You know what I mean? This is the wrong way to do it. Let me see that lightning cable.
I got you.
But, Jennifer Lewis, there's a Jennifer Lewis clip where, turn up, Jennifer Lewis somebody quoted this with a Jennifer Lewis clip, and it got a bunch of retweets, but I thought this is a good lesson for a lot of people to listen to right here.
Here's the example of why I had to get rid of him. We're driving on a big car, life is great, and I come up on an Australian tree that I know is extinct, but it blooms pink. They're a fucking pink tree. Of course I'm gonna acknowledge it. So we're driving and I go, oh, that's a pretty tree. Him. You say that about every tree. I was like, well, nigga, you gotta go. The fuck is wrong with you? I'm sorry, but don't them bitches help us breathe?
She's hilarious. Okay, so Terrance, you gotta help me understand this, because I'm kind of in trouble understanding what's so I'm kind of wondering why he said that.
He said that because he obviously does not have interest in what his girl is talking to, and that makes him, what his girl likes. I'm sorry, let me say this over. He obviously doesn't have an interest in what his girl likes, so that's making him think that she's whack. And this is what I'm trying to get people to understand. You're going to have to hold interest in things that your partner likes that you might not like at all. Some of my people out here already know this, but the reason why he took this L, and why, fellas, you would take an L, that's why I wanted to play that Jennifer Lewis clip, because you can take a blind L. Think about that dude from what she just said. He took Ja like a blind L. You say that about every tree. it shows that you don't really care about my interests for real. And now it's kind of annoying to you. So annoying that same dude that said you say that about every tree could say, hoes be so excited about dumb shit like a tree, you know? And you just be wondering, why are you talking to this whack ass bitch? The question really is like, why are you talking to her if it's hitting you like that?
If that's how you feel, then you are.
Bro is getting cooked right now on Twitter.
Because what are you into? I'm pretty sure everybody has something. Do you know what women really think about us in these video games?
That's why I said you have to hold interest in your partner's interest, even if it's fake.
I don't think so.
Well,
I just think you shouldn't be fucked up like, bruh.
But I'm trying to get people to understand this. Like, 100% you shouldn't be fucked up like him. But it made me think about how, if your girl is into shit like plants, then you do have to be cognizant of what you say about what she says about the plant. You know what I mean? Let's say your girl is into candles, right? Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh, this is an ancient candle. This candle was made with this type of wax and this and that. And you like, imagine you being, it's just a candle. It's just a candle. You ever be around people like that?
Nah, yeah, those are the worst people to be around.
It's like low key, you're getting ready to take an L because even though you might not give a fuck about the candle, whatever, fucking trees. I don't even fuck about these trees. You do have to be aware that you kind of gotta, it's not fake love, but you're supporting their interests because you support them. And once you get to a point where you're like, why am I talking to this whack ass bitch? Because she likes plants? All right, bro. Because she could probably say the same thing about something that you like.
About that, and that's the thing. About anything.
You so pressed to go to the gym.
Try to figure out why. What inspires that person to like that way. You know?
Yeah.
I don't understand why. Yeah, because at that point you are just gone off the ledge for that person. You know what? That happens to married people sometimes. Motherfuckers will be in whole marriages, and this person that you with like some shit that you just don't like.
And that's why I think even if you have to kind of like just do it for them, I think if you fuck with them, then you should. Because bro is definitely getting cooked now. You know what they all saying in his mentions though, right?
What
you think?
You
know what they all saying in his mentions? You sound like you don't like women. Try men.
That is crazy.
Why not date a man?
Think about it. I know some guys. I used to work with this guy that loves wrestling, and his girl got him tickets to fucking, I don't even know if it was WrestleMania or what. She don't fuck with it though, but she just did it for him.
Nah, yeah, see?
So that's like but if the whatever they like make that person happy, and that's what you give a fuck about, like my boy Manny, I forget what concert he took his girl. Tell me him say, I do not feel like doing this shit.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. But he know that's gonna make his girl happy. Bruh, obviously is.
And I brought this up for two reasons. One, to show like to not do that, but also for some of y'all to notice like, if you feel like your partner doesn't really support your interests, and I'm not saying that they have to buy shit that you like or get you anything, but if you feel like they come in with that type of energy, that you say that about every tree energy, that like they don't even really care, you might need to do some reassessing, because what if they feel that way about you and you just don't know?
Nah, for sure.
Like bruh who likes wrestling. What if he found out his girl was talking like that? Like, why am I even talking to this whack ass nigga? He like wrestling. Like, all right, bet. You know what I need to let you go,
you not even fuck with me then.
At this point, it's not about me. It's about your girl is gonna be into some whack shit. Some lame, boring shit. What?
I'll be telling my girl about shit that I know she don't give a fuck. You gonna listen though.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna listen to your bullshit.
I'm gonna listen to your bullshit. You gonna listen to mine. I don't give a fuck if I'm getting on your nerves. One more thing.
What was your other tweet that you had?
I'll just save that for the next week.
Oh, now he wants to say stuff.
Because I don't like being rushed through stuff.
Do you feel like I rushed you?
No, but I do feel like you know how you talking to somebody and they ready to go? They got their coat on and they keys in their hand.
And they looking at you
like, let you go.
We getting hungry. Movie suggestion of the week on you.
My movie suggestion of the week is going to be quick. It's a TV show. I actually haven't seen all of it, of course, yet, but I started the first episode, 20 minutes. It's called 1899.
Oh, I heard about
Yeah,
it.
that's the joint Candace put me on.
Man, that trailer was all over the place. Did you watch the trailer?
I didn't watch the trailer. I just
That shit
got straight to watching the show.
Maybe I need to watch the trailer again. Y'all let me know if it's good or not. But the trailer had me confused as fuck. I was like, I'm not watching this.
But look, that's the best thing about films or anything like that. All right, bet. Like, I want to unlock the puzzle. Basically, wow, this ain't it. Oh, I wanted this.
Man, I want a motherfucking pizza right now. Goodness.
Man, that would be fire.
Would be fire. But
Damn, I
mean,
tried to
terrible.
read the tagline for y'all, but basically it's about this ship that's at sea and it comes across like another ship that has like, it's like another, I don't even know, y'all. I'm not even going to give y'all a rundown on it because I don't really know. I watched the first 25 minutes of that joint. And
What happened in that first 25?
the first 25 minutes, it starts with like this woman, and this woman's on a ship, and she's claiming that she's not crazy. I'm not crazy. I know what I know. Like, I know what I saw, type shit. But she's on this boat with a bunch of people, and everybody on the boat has like a different motive for being on that boat. I don't even know what's about to happen. You know what I'm saying? But it's the #1 show on Netflix right now. Believe it or not, #1
Number one.
on TV shows. I said, all right, man, I'm about to watch it. In the first 25 minutes, she sat down with this lady, and this lady was like, everybody on this boat is on this boat because they're trying to escape something. Even you. And, like, the way that they show everybody on the boat's having, like, this convo.
Oh, I like
I
that.
love it. Remember how Squid Game set up everybody's motive? Everybody had a different motive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why Squid Game worked.
You ever seen Death on the Nile?
Death on the Nile was about what?
It was the whodunit. Everybody got on the boat.
I started that, but I didn't finish it. Is that the one that had what's her name in it? Who was the main character?
I wanna
It's not
say
Daniel Craig.
it wasn't Daniel Craig. I think it was. I wanna say it was Ralph Fiennes, but I forget.
It was.
Was it Ralph Fiennes?
I think it was. I know what you're talking about though. I started, but I never finished it. I just didn't feel like watching the map of it.
It was I forget. Go ahead.
But that's my movie
But
suggestion.
it's on what? Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
But motherfucking damn movie suggestion of the week is gonna be Requiem for a Dream. Darren Aronofsky has The Whale that is coming out on, I forget. I think December or whenever. But in honor of that, Darren Aronofsky. It's free to watch on Tubi and Amazon. Tubi. You ever heard of Tubi?
Yes, but ain't nobody got that.
It's free on Amazon too. Requiem for a Dream is literally the best film. Somebody argue with me. It's the best depiction of addiction in film, drug addiction specifically. One lady is just addicted to antihistamines or anti-something-means, and it deals with heroin addiction as well. But when I tell you, this movie literally is hard to watch because it really tries to display like what goes through the mind of somebody who is battling addiction at that level with a drug that hard. That's why it's called Requiem for a Dream. Mm-hmm. That joint put Aronofsky on the map back in 2000.
I just looked at the list for the most something films for addiction, and it was #1.
Requiem for, I'm telling you.
That's what's also on that list.
Flight is good.
For addiction.
Yeah. But, so if you're looking to watch something that's a little bit more edgy, you don't want to watch no hocus pocus bullshit, sorry, Candace. And you want to watch some shit that's going to have y'all talking and thinking and sitting there when the movie go off like, dang.
Nah, Requiem for a Dream is that.
Requiem for a Dream, I'm telling you. Came out in the year 2000, still hit to this day, 22 years later.
2022.
Telling you.
Turn up, man. NFL picks. We love to see it. Week 12.
Hold on, wait. Before you get to the NFL picks, I did want to say, shout out to everybody that's, fuck this nigga. Shout out to everybody that's watching the World Cup. They smoking the ratings.
I was going to do that. You didn't have to come in with the abrupt mess up.
You went right to NFL.
I said NFL picks week 12. I was going to say before we lock in on that, Because it is NFL picks. Are you going to put sports on the thing? No. Go ahead.
Fuck this nigga. Shout out to everybody that is watching the World Cup.
Yep.
We watch American football, but when I said soccer on Twitter, I got destroyed. Like, that doesn't exist for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up knowing football as soccer. I was like, yo, this is a big soccer game on at Uncle Julio. They was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Type shit. God damn. But
Soccer.
shout out to everybody that's watching all of the football matches. They're smoking it with ratings. Like, when it comes to, like, they're smoking it. And I forget the dude that told me, this is the first time that the World Cup, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is the first time the World Cup is taking place now. Because I think it's normally, like, in the summer or some shit. But they smoking it. Shout out to everybody that's watching. I didn't want to do a sports segment without that. We have listeners that are from so many different countries. I told you, somebody hit me up that lives in Qatar.
Yeah.
So, shout out to y'all, because I know this is a big thing for y'all, and I know y'all probably get tired of me talking about random-ass American football players on Sunday, but that's what we watch. I didn't grow up watching soccer or playing soccer, but I can respect the sport and the love that y'all got for it, so shout out to y'all. But we about to get into the real football. I'm just playing.
Damn it, I don't even know who I got to show respect to last week or who I lost to.
I got some respect to show. Motherfucking,
I got to show respect to, hold on, wait.
the Lions.
Lions beat the Giants? Oh, yeah.
Lions went out there and beat the Giants.
You know what? I didn't say anything on Twitter, but come on, Giants fans. What did I tell y'all? When I picked y'all, y'all was supposed to win, too, because the Lions weren't really shit. And y'all was at home. What happened?
Nah, yeah. Honestly, that breakdown was bad.
Bums. I'm sorry. Y'all are bums.
You think y'all can beat them?
Bro, yes. Wait till we play y'all. And we play y'all back-to-back. I see 2 L's coming for y'all back-to-back. 2 dubs for us.
How y'all gonna stop Saquon?
We're going to stop him the same way the Lions stopped Saquon. He had 35 yards or some shit. Fuck out of here. You know what our D-line look like? Better than the Lions. Do you know who you talking to? Them boys in D.C. different on that D-line. Anyway, big shout-out to the Lions fans.
Shout out to the Lions fans, and big shout out to the Dallas Cowboys. My Vikings agenda took a very steep step back because this was a game that y'all was supposed to go out here and win. I don't think it changes the fact that the Vikings are a team to be talked about in the NFC because they went out there and beat the Bills, and I don't give a fuck what any of y'all say. You got to show us that you can beat the Bills. But the Cowboys went out there and dogged them, made them look bad.
Mm-hmm. Do y'all remember what I said about the Vikings? And how the Vikings was overrated and been barely winning each game?
Yeah, but then when they beat the Bills, it was like, yo, they went out there in a slugfest with the Bills. They came out on top.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been in a slugfest with everybody. So
I don't know, Vikings. That was kind of nasty.
it was bad.
Definitely got to put respect on the Dallas Cowboys for sure. I picked the Bengals. I know the Steelers just went out there. The Steelers went out there and lost to the Bengals, so I'm gonna put respect on the Bengals. Mm-hmm. I'll put respect on. I think I picked the 49ers.
I picked the Jets to beat the Patriots. No, I think I picked
you
the
did
Jets.
pick the Jets. Yep.
You
picked the Jets.
But the Patriots went out. Zach Wilson, man.
I think I did pretty good last week. Y'all got to put respect on my fucking name. Oh, Atlanta. I put respect on Atlanta Falcons. They went out there and beat the Bears. I know I picked the Bears. Atlanta, we playing y'all this week. Y'all think we about to fuck around with y'all?
Let me tell y'all this.
I'm going to be at a brunch on this Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
So that's going to sting. But I'm going to say where the TV at. Sit us there.
Y'all got Atlanta on Sunday.
Atlanta at home. Welcome to D.C.
Wow.
And we unloading our Sean Taylor statue.
Oh, dope.
Yep.
Last but not least, respect to the Raiders. Fuck y'all. It's forever fuck y'all. They beat us 6 straight. I'm just so fucking tired of this fucking division. We've lost to every team on a streak. We've lost, I think, now 2 games in a row to the Chargers, 9 in a row to the bitch-ass Chiefs.
Suckers.
And 6.
Nah, Chiefs. But
6 in a row to the Raiders.
Y'all suck, y'all like. Y'all low-key like a trash.
And we're stuck with fat-ass Russ for 5 years. This motherfucker gets writing plays on his arm now.
For y'all to be 3-7 versus how y'all was talking, Broncos country. Let's ride.
Nigga, we were supposed, this motherfucker has the biggest Houdini marketing skit of all time, bro. We thought we was about to be good. It's like he studied the Peyton Manning, I'm the old guy coming to Denver playbook. It's crazy, bro. This motherfucker came and said, "Yo, we about to win Super Bowls." Yeah, you see us? Nigga, we had a stout, everything else.
Man.
Let's just go to week 12 picks, man. Thursday night. Matter of fact, happy Thanksgiving.
And
We
y'all
done
have already seen 3
these
games.
Right, yeah. We making these picks early, but 12:30, Jesus Christ, early
Tomorrow
game.
morning.
12:30 game is the Bills at the Lions, and I'm picking the Bills.
I'm definitely picking the Bills.
Dan Cam with them on a 3-game streak.
And I think that 3-game streak is going to end with the Bills.
You know what, Terrance? The Bills haven't been looking that great.
Hey.
Didn't they lose 2 straight?
Who they lose to? They lost to the Vikings. And then this past week, they played the Browns. Beat the Browns.
They beat the Browns.
I'm still going to go with the
I'm going to go with the
man.
Bills.
If I'm putting my money up, and shout out Maryland, we just got out betting sports book going. Not me and Terrell, but that'd be dope if we started a sports book. Fuck yeah, fuck with us.
You can do it because look, more motherfuckers going to lose money than win.
Yeah. Come on, y'all play more. You just won, huh? Double that.
All right, bet. New York Giants at Cowboys. That is the game to watch.
And guess who I'm picking? The Dallas Cowboys.
Both 7-3.
Both 7-3, but guess what, Giants? When I pick y'all fucking lose. And I really do not want the Cowboys to win this game. I'd rather see y'all win. So I'm going to pick the Cowboys to win in hopes that this thing works.
I'm picking the Cowboys because that defense is tough. Damn, I felt like that light was falling. I'm picking the Cowboys because I feel like that defense is tough to beat. And I think we just saw that in Minnesota. And Giants, y'all gonna have to show me something.
You got to show me something.
Didn't the Cowboys beat the Lions?
The Cowboys
That they just lost to?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all just got routed by the Lions.
That's any given Sunday, honestly.
It's
this
at
year.
AT&T Stadium.
I think the Giants could do something in that jump. We just need that to happen. It's Giants Cowboys. Come on, that is literally the game of the week
For sure. Patriots are coming to town to see the Vikings, 8:20. I'm going with the Vikings to win this game. I think the Vikings go to 9-2.
Honestly, I'm picking the Vikings too. I really got faith in the Patriots though. I really have faith in the Patriots. I don't know what it is. I'm not gonna put my money on it, so I'm gonna pick the Vikings. But I don't know what it is about the Patriots that I like. A very sneaky team.
I'll go with the Vikings, man. I got a Vikings agenda that I need to thrive.
Yep. So I wonder what y'all think, man. I mean, I know y'all hearing our thoughts now, but the games was yesterday.
I know, right?
Yep. All right, Sunday. Starting this off with some bums.
They put us back in the slot we belong. First game to get it out the way. Broncos at Panthers. I'm going with my Broncos, but I really honestly think that we are going to go out here and lose this game. And you know what? I hope we lose. I'm not voting against us, but if we lose, that'll be the last straw for our coaching situation. We cut Melvin Gordon's ass. Good riddance. See ya. Then that motherfucker try to act like
Y'all fans was hell.
it was the fans. Nah, you just can't hold on to the fucking ball. Cheesing motherfucker. Bye. Anyway, we're going to lose this game. I just don't see us winning. Dante Foreman, that motherfucking, I just feel like DJ Moore haven't really done the greatest. But watch. 200 yards receiving. So I'm picking my Broncos, but I don't think we're going to win.
I'm picking the Carolina Panthers, dog. They got Sam Darnold starting for the first time this year, and I feel like he got something to prove. Low-key, he was on fire last year.
We got a good defense. We can go out here and beat this team, but our defense is good all the way up until we need to get that last final stop. Then 2 plays.
Every time I pick the Broncos, they go out there and just fucking lose. Bums. They're 3-7. The Panthers are 3-8. I think the better team is the Panthers. They get their real quarterback back. Remember, I told you Darnold should start it this year. But they failed for the Baker bullshit.
PJ
Then
Walker
they ended
was
up going
doing
with
good.
PJ.
PJ was doing good.
Sam Darnold had this team looking better than they did this year last year.
We gonna see, man. That's gonna be a rough one. Thank God we're gonna be at brunch. Buccaneers at Browns. The Buccaneers are trash too. And Brady ain't Brady.
And
you know
the biggest question is Watson back
this week. I think he is back this week.
in Cleveland.
And I need a big game from Nick Chubb. I'm going with the motherfucking Browns.
I'm going with the Browns too, dog. Nah, I'm going with the Buccaneers.
Is Deshaun back?
Deshaun.
Is Deshaun Watson back this week? I think he is. Deshaun Watson.
Is he?
Watson comes back this week. He does. I don't know if he's going to play, though, you know? This is the game he's supposed to play.
That's the game he's supposed to be playing. And I don't think he's injured at all.
No, Terrance, no, we lying. He's supposed to play when they play the Texans, which I think is next week. So he's not going to play. He might.
Jacoby Brissett? Is it bad?
If Deshaun plays... Damn, you know what? I need to make a solidified pick. My bad. I'm going to pick the Buccaneers to win.
I'm going with the Bucs.
I'm going to go with the Bucs. All right, Ravens at Jaguars. Why does it feel like a rival? It's not.
It's not. I don't know. I'm picking the Ravens.
I'm picking the Ravens too.
Big rave.
Big trust.
Big trust.
The terrible Texans are going to Miami, and they will lose this game to the Dolphins.
I'm picking the Dolphins, even if the Texans
Love Lovie
win.
Smith.
Shout out, because look, that's a rival. That's a rivalry game.
Oh, yeah.
And guess what? The Texans could go out there and get a dub on a bad day for Miami, but you would be banking on that. I'm going with Miami. Miami?
Yeah. All right, Bears are going to see the Jets. I'm going to pick the Bears.
I'm
Justin
picking the Bears,
Fields.
too.
Damn, I hope he plays.
Nah, but he's injured.
He fucked that shoulder up. I need this motherfucker to play for my fantasy.
Nah, y'all, I'm picking the Jets. You know why I'm picking the Jets?
They just benched Zach Wilson, too, though.
Yep, but I feel like they also, think about it. I think they're going to go out there and think about it. They went out there and lost with Zach Wilson. They about to go out here and say, bet. That motherfucker want to talk shit about us? We going to show him that we don't need him. Think about that, you know?
That defense is
We went out there and put up nothing with you. Bet, watch us. Now watch me work. Blitz.
I'm picking the Bears, man, because I think Justin Fields going to get that shoulder together and play. Please, Justin Fields, I need you for fantasy.
Jets.
Let's get it.
All right, we got Bengals at Tennessee Titans. I'm going with the Bengals. Yes, sir. Joe Burr and Jamar Chase and them, watch what happens.
I honestly think that the Bengals could go out here and beat the Titans, but honestly, I'm going to pick the Titans. I'm picking the Titans to win.
King Henry?
Yeah. You know he lead the league rushing now already. 1,018 yards.
1,000 carries.
Falcons are going to see the Washington Commanders. And I honestly think that the Washington Commanders can win. Y'all got Chase Young coming back. I think y'all can win. Heineke starting. I think that the Washington Commanders can win and go 7-5. That'd be crazy for y'all.
Man, I never in a million years would have thought we would have been in this position. Post Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz just got put on the fucking bench. He is completely clear to play, and Ron Rivera said Taylor Heineke going to start for us for the rest of the season. I would never have thought that we would see that news and be 6-5. I want to give a shout out to all the Carson Wentz. That's true. Give a shout out to all the Carson Wentz fans who sat there and said he's better than Heineke. He's better. What y'all got to say now? You still think he's better on the bench? Yeah, because he wasn't able to get out there and do what my man Ford has done. Anyway, I'm picking the Commanders. Y'all already know this. Y'all know this. Atlanta. You think we scared of y'all bum ass motherfuckers coming out here? Who y'all got on y'all team?
Cordero. Mariota show up against you.
Shut down. Oh.
Yeah, all right, bet. You know
who's going to shut him down? You know
all
defense. Ask the last two running backs that came to D.C. Ask the last two running backs how that went.
Cordero said, all right, bet. Running back, let me just go over here a wide out over against St. Jude's.
He better get his punt return on.
Exactly. And don't forget A.J. Terrell on the other side of Terry. I'm not no spring chicken on this out on these corners.
Go ask Jair Alexander about Terry McLaurin. Go ask
A.J. Terrell is not Jair this year.
Go ask Darius Slay about Terry McLaurin. Eagles fans, can y'all let him know, please?
AJ.
My namesake. Let him know.
My namesake.
Because I might just have my man Curtis Samuel get you.
And then you still got to worry about Kyle Pitts, who trash for fantasy, but a threat.
Not playing this week.
Really?
Sorry. It's looking like a dub. I shouldn't say that because I could jinx
All right,
it.
bet. Drake
But
London.
yeah, he's not playing. Drake London, who? The only Drake we appreciate is the one from the 666.
Okay, we'll see.
We got
All right,
the
bet.
Chargers.
Chargers at Cardinals.
I'm going with the Chargers.
I think
Commerce
the
still
Chargers
not playing,
going.
I don't think.
Chargers went out there in a slugfest with the Chiefs.
I like the Chargers. The Chargers seem like a team that's gritty. That's the real grit team, not them Lions.
And they on a 2-game losing streak.
That's all
So,
good.
I
still
think they
gonna
get a
go
win
with
here.
the Chiefs. I said I'm still going with the Chargers.
I'm going with the Chargers. Raiders at Seahawks. Raiders. I'm sorry. Not Raiders. Seahawks. Raiders. Y'all really suck. We just suck worse than y'all.
I'm going to go with the Seahawks, too. Y'all going to be in front of that 12.
The Seahawks are going to beat y'all because y'all are not good. Y'all not good. Y'all beat us, and we're not great at all. You're 3-7, and y'all was supposed to be going making a playoff threat because y'all had Devontae Adams. And even though he diced my man PS2 up this week, they even now. Because PS2 put him on straps the game before. I don't give a fuck what y'all say.
Straps again.
Seahawks.
I'm going with the Seahawks.
I go.
We got the LA Rams versus the best team in the league, the Kansas City Chiefs. I think this is no questions. No ifs, ands, no buts. I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs.
If y'all remember that game from 2018, they had the highest scoring game, I think, of all time.
The Rams don't have that team anymore.
But they don't.
I think it's a no-brainer. Homeboy. In front of the Chiefs fans?
Do y'all still think Aaron Donald should be rated 99 on Madden?
Yep.
I think they did mop his ass
They
down to
will come to
97.
Broncos and start over all them bums.
We don't have anybody on our line that's rated 97. He should still be up
Aaron
there.
Donald can successfully go to every single team in this league and start.
That doesn't mean you should be 99.
Aaron Donald's the best player on every single team in this league. That's just a fact.
I don't agree with that.
Aaron Donald's better than everyone. He should have been number one.
Tyreek Hill should be a 99.
O-line completely. Imagine Aaron Donald. Yeah, all right, watch. You'll see.
Because, bro, where you at this year, bro? Them double teams is working.
It doesn't matter, bro. He is a fucking beast. They've been getting him maybe now, but low-key, yes.
Fuck the Chiefs, but they're going to win. So I'm picking the Chiefs. Fuck y'all niggas.
We got the New Orleans Saints at the San Francisco 49ers.
49ers looking like a Super Bowl squad.
I'm picking the 49ers.
Saints.
Go out there and do that, though, Saints. Go out there and do that. Think I need to put my man Jameis Winston back on the field, but y'all go out there and do
they
that.
need Dalton. Jameis is an interception machine. I got benched because the policy says. This nigga talking about a policy. Nigga, you in the NFL. You got to be better to play.
If you was better, it would be a no-brainer.
It'd be a no-brainer. Shout out to Jameis, though. I mean, I love Jameis, but if you can't win, that's like Carson Wentz saying, I got benched because of injury. What would you say then? Nigga, no, you did not. All right, bet. Sunday night football, I'm picking the 49ers. Sunday night football, we got Packers at Eagles. The Eagles have one loss on their resume.
I'm picking the Philadelphia Eagles.
I think the Eagles are going to win this game. Even though the Eagles, let me tell y'all Eagles fans something. That Texans game, y'all look shaky. Then you went out there and lost to Washington.
First off, y'all haven't looked the same since y'all played Washington. Sorry.
Terrance, they played one game. We can't say that yet until they look shaky against the Packers.
Y'all
but
looking like Deontay Wilder when he fought Fury on 2. Now this is Fury Wilder 3.
No, but that's different because Fury, that's different because your boy Deontay Wilder got his ass whooped. This nigga got his ass whooped 3 times.
Deontay Wilder won that first fight. That was ridiculous. He knocked this man out. This man came from the dead.
The Eagles, y'all played the Colts and was praying for a victory. I think that locker room should have been quiet after that game. Now y'all about to go and play A-Rod and them with my boy Christian Watson, who I just picked up in fantasy, got me 21 points last week. Okay, let's see. I still think y'all gonna win.
I'm picking Philly.
Wait till I see Dwayne's ass.
Wait till I see Dwayne. Yeah,
Right.
you're right. What happened?
Pause.
Anyway, last game of the week 12.
Monday night.
Thanksgiving week. Monday night. Pittsburgh Steelers at the Indianapolis Colts. I'm picking Pittsburgh.
Who's starting for the Colts? I'm picking the Colts to win. Y'all got Jeff Saturday fucked up. He gonna find a way to win. He almost beat the Eagles. He gonna find a way to win. I'm picking Jeff Saturday for the dub.
I'm picking The Pittsburgh Steelers to me are not as bad as people think they are. I'm picking Pittsburgh. Go out there and do that.
Welcome your trap, take over your trap.
Something. Damn.
But that's going to wrap it up for episode 128.
Yes, sir.
For the MalloryBros Podcast. Big shout out to y'all. Make sure y'all follow us on that TikTok, man. We be up on that joint. DM me. Oh, I want to give a special shout out to my boy Ash Rehabs on Instagram at Ash Rehabs. Y'all know my back has been fucked up for the entirety of this week. And he got reels and shit where it's just like, do this stretch, do that stretch. He sent me a bunch of reels. That's my guy. Thank you, bro. Because that shit help. Ash Rehab. You pull a muscle and or whatever.
He's been dope, too. He's been dope.
And been realest 9-4 a long time.
Shout out.
So, take y'all vitamin C.
Christmas season. Next time y'all hear from us, it's going to be December. You dig?
Take advantage of them shopping deals. Black Friday, we outside. You heard?